Welcome to the Vanilla Podcast. The Institution of Psychology said that 95% of people who start a diet and then after stopping, within 1 year, regains their full weight back and the diet did not work.
So we're saying 95% of diets fail.
That's what we're saying.
Our ice cream is mounting.
If you can't tell, we're sitting in the Pakuranga McDonald's right now. We're filming this podcast. We just got each got a soft serve.
Bro, this thing's gonna melt so fast.
It's gonna melt so quick. We were like taking the thumbnail really quick because it's melting.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty stoked. My ice cream, I think, was the biggest. So, I don't know what happened to your guys' one, but a bit hard done by, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think she liked me and Shemaine as much. Had a special place in her heart for Levi. But yeah, we thought this would be a great example of a bad diet.
Yeah.
Maybe ice cream's good for you. I don't know.
This has got 22 calories. I did a little search before. I think that's actually all right. I think chocolate's a lot worse.
Tremaine,
Yeah.
if you're getting a soft serve, do you normally go chocolate dipped, or are you going flake, or what's your ideal soft serve?
Yeah,
We said we had to get soft serve for this one.
yeah,
the vanilla
The vanilla
podcast, we had to get vanilla
podcast.
ice cream, obviously.
We decided to do this. I personally like a choc dip, but I was thinking for the viewers, me eating a choc dip ice cream is a bit of a mess. Like, it's probably going on the shirt, it's going on the pants. It wouldn't have looked good on the screen, so yeah.
They do get very messy, yeah. I think they get you like that, eh? It's just...
Yeah, they go everywhere. Eh?
Honestly, I'm struggling with this. Oh, no.
You're actually filth. You're filth, Tremaine.
I'm sorry.
You're actually-
I'm just going to wipe the mic quickly. Stay with me.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
sorry, viewers.
I remember when you first got these mics, where you were like, so like...
I was
Tremaine,
so protective
if you
of
get
it.
anything over
I was
there,
getting so far. I saw Tremaine like breathing on them. I was like, how dare you?
I was just like, when you have this thing in front of you, you just want to play games with it. It's like, I don't know why.
You're going to put it in your mouth
It,
and stuff.
it makes you feel like a kid.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. But boys, have you guys ever been on a diet? Have you guys ever had diets before?
Come on, Tremaine. We can't explain. Anyway,
It's different. Put the entire thing in your mouth right now. Do it. But no, actually, put the entire thing in your mouth. Tremaine,
but how do you
This is a
start
real
off so
mess.
badly?
boys, have you
You boys
guys,
talk for a bit. I need to sort this out.
Levi, have you done a diet before?
Probably not like a proper diet. I'm not like... I have before gone through periods where I'm like, I'm not going to eat, desserts and not eat dessert and things like that after dinner. I have fasted a little bit before for like a week and not ate a certain meal
That's
or
considered a diet,
not eaten like bad food or food with extra sugar in it. So I've done a little bit. I wouldn't say I'm too experienced in the area, but I do think one of my policies or
Policies,
not policies,
eh?
but things I live by is like, hey, look, you got to also enjoy it while you're young because the day will come where you can't always enjoy. You have to be more cautious on those things. So I'm like, man, I'm still young. I am very lucky to have a fast metabolism, so I'm not too worried about putting on weight. But I know a day will come where your metabolism slows down.
But I talked to like every old person that has put on a bit of beef, and they said the day came so unexpectedly. Like
Really?
one day they just looked in the
Suddenly
mirror
hit
and
them?
they actually had a bit of a belly. So it's like,
Can you name them?
I'm not going to name them because that's me. But yeah,
and shame.
I've definitely, they said like, try and get something that's, sustainable. And it was funny when we were looking at this statistic, one of the big reasons why 95% of people statistically fail to at diets is because they're hard to sustain. Like, you can't keep it long term. And it's like, my mum always talks about this as well. She's like, yeah, it's just like really hard for her to keep a long-term diet, because she's like, you can starve yourself for like a few weeks, but like, long-term that's pretty hard.
Yeah, because you're going to put the weight back on and some, statistically.
Yeah.
I think it's because, like, some diets, like I'm only eating vegetables for the next month. Like, you do it, and I'm sure it's great, and you probably lose heaps of weight, and you're really healthy, but you're never going to do that for the rest of your life. Like, what is actually sustainable for years and years to come? For the rest of your life, legit. Like, what can you actually do? So it's probably incremental steps of like, okay, I'm going to slowly start cutting out sugar a little bit. Instead of 5 biscuits, I'm going to have 2.
Ezra, if there was one food item that you would like not want on your diet, you're like, man, if I would just not want to diet this thing just because I love this food so much, what would that one food be?
Oh,
Like, you just, maybe you can never eat it again, because you're going for a sustainable diet, and you're hoping this food's
Bread.
not.
Bread.
Oh,
Like-
true. I'm thinking like more like food I like, but bread's actually a good one, because what if you can never eat
such
bread
a
again?
staple. Like
Yeah.
I probably have on average 5.5 pieces of bread a day.
Really?
There'll be days where I've legit had like 10 or 12 pieces of bread, which is horrible. I listened to a stat recently. This is actually really good. I just had this in the back of my mind. You should be eating, it's something like 40% proteins, something like 50% healthy fats. That should be your diet, and 10% carbs.
Wow,
That's what it should be.
10% low.
10% carbs.
Normally, like at our age as well, we need food to fill us, so we're going high carbs, bread,
Yeah.
pasta, rice, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But only 10%.
10%. This is from Charlie Kirk, who's a really smart dude. Anyone's trying to fact check me. He's a smart guy. 10% carbs, which is ridiculous because I'm like, oh, it's a staple of like, I thought that would be like 70%, Yeah, it's actually insane. Yeah, but I was listening to this pod. It was Charlie Kirk and George Janko, and they're breaking down saying how there's just like we're the like unhealthiest generation, like what is it, like 60% of America is obese or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's quite that, but we just don't know how to control our diets, and our foods are so fatty, so unhealthy. We're a bit better in New Zealand, but
Yeah.
we're in a bad spot.
I've always wondered, right? This is going a little bit off tangent, but these days, right? Why do we like brush our teeth? Because in the old days, they would have never brushed their teeth. But is it because of the food we eat that these days that
I
has
actually
any more
Googled,
dental
like, in
problems and anything?
Yeah, I Googled in the past, did they have any dental issues? Because that came into my mind like a few months ago, a rogue Google. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah.
And what? Like, I just Google it. And I'm pretty sure, it was the food quality was better back then. It was more whole foods.
Yeah.
And they actually had to wash their teeth less. I'm pretty sure they still wash their teeth and stuff, though. But
Yeah.
probably just not they didn't have toothpaste.
Well, it's just with water, like.
It's maybe other stuff. I can't remember what. But
If cavemen were just eating like just good lean like food and stuff, do you think
Yeah.
they needed to brush their teeth at all? It was just all healthy fruits and veggies
Yeah.
and meat and stuff,
it's really like sugar and like, fizzy drinks.
Yeah.
And it's really like killing our teeth.
It's funny. I've been in this like thing where I'm getting a good amount of sleep each night. We talked about sleep last week. I've been getting a good 8 hours of sleep most nights, 8 to 7.
Yeah.
But I still feel tired during the day. And I'm like, what the crap is this? And I think I put it down to it's my diet. I eat so much sugar, I eat a lot of carbs, and I'm just tired throughout the day. And it's probably because of my diet. Like, I think it's just one of the biggest. It said diet is the leading risk of death in the world, which is crazy. But it's such a big impact on us. But I feel like everyone like doesn't think about it as much.
But we're, it's food we're taking all the time, and we have food to have energy. And if we're not feeding ourselves the right stuff,
Yeah.
it must have a huge impact.
I've really actually thought about that a lot in the last month, actually, about what I put
Yeah.
into my body. And
Yeah.
my mum's getting so annoyed at me because I'm just like, fresh produce, mum, fresh produce. Like, and I like chuck it on our family group chat. I'm like I'll take a picture of like a nice bit of seeded sourdough with some avocado and
Yeah.
some egg on top that I made. And then I just like take a picture and I'm like, you gotta love the fresh produce, guys. And I put it on my on the group chat.
Yeah.
But it's like, I went to the farmers market out in Clevedon. It's a place in the middle of nowhere in New Zealand, if
Nice.
you guys are wondering.
Great place.
It's a really nice place.
Love to everyone from Cleveland that's listening
Yeah.
to the pod.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's heaps of them, eh?
Comment if you are, because I'd be very surprised. But I just went to the markets there and I was like, oh, there's fresh food. And I'm like, I kind of had this realization. It's like, this is what I'm supposed to be eating. Like, these fresh food and fresh avocados and fresh bread.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's actually that much more expensive, to eat healthy. So.
Yeah, and I actually think when you do it, I went flatting. Me and Tremaine went flatting a few weeks ago.
Oh, a little experiment.
Little
Yeah,
experiment
we're
flatting
flatting,
when
yeah.
Ezra was away.
At my house.
In
Ezra
Ezra's
went
bed,
away.
I slept.
Me and Tremaine stayed at Ezra's place, and I was cooking my own food. And when I just bought a few healthy ingredients, made a bit of a nice dinner.
Yeah.
Had some salmon and rice and nice little sauces, and I actually felt really good after it as well. like
true.
eating that healthy.
Salmon.
Yeah.
Fish is pretty good, eh?
Yeah, it's like
Is it?
fresh, you know, because you have to use it within a few days, you know. I mean, it must
Yeah.
have been a fresh piece. Put a few sauce on it, and I just felt like I was like, man, like I feel really good after it, you know.
Yeah.
Nice, bro. Yeah. Like a long-term kind of energy. we're
Yeah,
feeling?
yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that feeling of being healthy, and yeah, it's probably the last month where I've started eating better. Not insanely, but a lot better. So much better than I was.
Yeah.
Like legit just like feeling, oh, like this is probably the healthiest I've ever been in my life when it comes to food. And like
That's on.
it kind of shifts your mindset. Like you go into the day, it's like you just you feel better.
I eat
Like
healthy.
it's like no, it's
Yeah.
like legit like like aura like on you. Like
Is that right? Is that actually right?
Tremendous. I can like achieve the world today. Like
Yeah. Put in the comment section if you've noticed the new aura from Jermaine.
if you've noticed it from like the last 3 episodes.
Who
is this guy?
Yeah.
You're eating a bit healthier than the last few months.
Yeah.
What goes on in your head when you see that piece of chocolate, just a block of chocolate?
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
He
As
munches it.
As we said earlier. and
No hesitation.
As we said earlier in the podcast, we want something that's sustainable.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't want something which is not sustainable. And
Yeah.
I'm working things out. By no means am I an expert at the moment. Way too early in the journey for
Okay.
it to, for me not to be one of the 95%ers. Okay.
Okay.
But I recently did the grocery shop and I decided, stuff it. I do want chocolate,
Yeah, fair
and
enough.
I'm gonna get dark chocolate.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I don't think it's insanely healthier for you.
Okay.
But it makes you, I've noticed when I have dark chocolate, I feel less enticed to have more
More?
chocolate.
Because it's filthy.
So, because it's filthy. What
Or
do you want
it's
me
more-
to
it's
do?
more-
You don't like dark chocolate, eh?
No, I actually don't mind it. But it's not like you bite into dark chocolate, 90% cocoa, and you're like, oh, that's good. Like, that's melting in my mouth. It's not that at all, you know?
But I think it's something, I still find it good because I'm a chocolate lover.
I know you are.
I
That's
just,
good.
yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
So
That's
small
dark-
small changes.
Yeah, just a little change
Okay.
there. Just a little
like
life.
that.
So you're still
I like that.
going for the chocolate little treats, but you just
Yeah.
think you
Yeah.
feel
I
happy after
had
this.
some chocolate
which
be-
I respect that.
before today, before
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds bad, but I did.
No,
with,
it's
with,
good.
with a coffee.
Yeah.
You know, I eat really unhealthy, much like you used to, Tremaine, before you started doing this. Not outing you.
Yeah,
But you
other
just said
people
that,
do
right?
as well.
Other people do.
Yeah.
No, just you. I eat really unhealthy, and it's like, right now I'm fine because much like you, Levi, I have a fast metabolism. But I'm like, at some point it's going to catch up on me, and I'm going to have this habit of eating just filthy food, and I know it's going to be hard. The other day I came home and I was like, okay, what if I just don't have a few biscuits when I get home? And I came home and it was like I could not resist. Like I munched down 3 biscuits right there.
Yeah.
You know?
You have banging biscuits,
Yeah,
bro.
you always
Such
do.
good
So
biscuits.
good.
Yeah. So
Do you guys have biscuits in the house?
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Came home from work today and had some vanilla wines, or had like 2 vanilla wines.
Super wines?
That's
Super
not too
wine-
bad for
and
Probably-
crisp.
yeah.
Is it crispy? Those crispy ones that like in the hexagon kind of shape.
crispy.
Oh, so those are
Yeah.
like crackers. Oh, what do you call them?
No, they're biscuits.
shaped.
Yeah. Oh no, they're biscuits. But anyway.
Okay.
And okay. Do you guys know like those pea sticks? Those like green and they're like chips.
Oh,
They're,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
pea
yeah,
sticks.
yeah.
Apparently those were healthy, but I ate a bag of them. Well, not a whole bag, but just like
Oh.
They go hard though.
like
eh?
a good like little bag of
Yeah,
those.
They
yeah.
go hard.
Yeah. So
Random. For once, I think I'm not gonna say this. I'm outing someone, so I'm not gonna say it.
Is it
But-
me?
okay.
No, it's not you. I was gonna dog someone in, not Tremaine.
okay.
Once I can eat a whole bag of chips real easy though. I can polish a bag off.
Yeah.
And that feels horrible. I'm like, wait, I just ate an entire bag of chips. Like that. That is
Yeah.
bad for you. I need to stop doing
Do
that.
you think it's do you reckon one of the reasons our generation is so unhealthy? Do you think it's sort of marketing that's been put in place? Do you reckon it's just been bad habits have taken over generation, and it's got worse? Why do you think this generation is so bad, and myself including, just can't resist the cookies?
I'll give you the exact answer, Levi.
Okay.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Well, I think
We don't know, but
I don't really know. I think there could be a few options. I
Yeah.
think it is probably passed down from generations. If mother's putting biscuits in the pantry, then biscuits is what I will eat.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
puts 9 biscuits in my pantry.
You can always blame others in life, or you can take responsibility. I choose responsibility, but
Yeah. Also, I think it's just like a system process. I don't know if system is the right word, but I think like we're just creating the food market
Nah.
is just creating unhealthier food. It's just worse.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
And
yeah.
in the podcast I listened to yesterday, they were arguing that we just need to like increase our like food policy. Like we're not allowing food with this much fat or this much sugar. You know.
Is there any laws around food?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So you can't have too much of whatever it is in certain foods.
Oh,
Right.
is it like an actual law? Like,
Yeah. It's different in every country.
In New Zealand, you have to, like, you'll see here that you have to put the kind of like what's in it.
yeah,
Yeah.
What's in it. In America, you don't.
That one says like
Wow.
zero everything.
Yeah. Yeah, this drink, I brought
So
this from
healthy.
home. It's actually really good. It's no sugar.
Oh, okay.
No sugar, low calorie. Supports little gardeners. I do not know how that relates, but hey, you
Probably-
little gardeners out there.
Okay.
In Clevedon.
Yeah, in Cleveland, probably.
This is for you.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm currently on a seafood diet,
True.
So when I see food, I eat it.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I was like, no, you're not.
Yeah, you just had an ice cream.
That's a good flip. I got you guys really good at that,
I didn't see that coming as well.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't actually see that coming.
That's good.
I think that's the first joke on the podcast.
That actually worked.
First
as well.
joke
Yeah.
on the podcast?
Well, the one like proper joke.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
proper,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like dad joke. Yeah,
I thought that was good.
Drop in
actually.
the comments if you
Yeah,
like the
you
joke.
rate it?
Yeah.
I love how like the last few episodes we've just been saying, drop in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
we get zero
Zero
comments.
comment.
It's picked up.
Wait,
It's
no, we
picking
did
up.
get a few
I was gonna say,
comments.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Thanks to the guys.
Someone asked Tremaine for advice in the last one.
Yeah, I'm yet to reply to that. Busy schedule, but I will definitely reply because
You
we
need
love
to
the
reply.
people in the comments. We just love them.
We love them so much.
We actually also like likes as well because it like shows a little bit of love.
Yeah.
But don't feel obliged.
But
don't feel obliged
but,
to do
you
it.
know, like do it out of a good heart. You know.
Don't even consider subscribing. Only if you want to, though. So,
Yeah.
okay. Well, boys, going forward, do you have anything that you would like to do? You would like to start changing in your diet? What would be the goal?
It's like, yeah, you don't like want to make a realistic goal as well. You know, it's not like I'm just going to be like, all right, I'm going to take out all sugar because it's just not going to happen. You know, it's not that sustainable.
Yeah.
Maybe eating some more fruit. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Make it measurable, Levi.
Okay. No, I respect that. I respect that.
this discussion.
But I
hold on.
want to say something that I actually will do. But you go, yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Tremaine,
What?
how many sunsets and sunrises have you seen? If you don't know, about 4
When I was
podcasts
driving,
ago.
when I was driving to McDonald's tonight, you have to admit it was a pretty banging
Right,
sunset.
it was
and
good.
I'm looking at the sun go down.
No,
while we're
okay,
driving
that
here.
doesn't count. Like when you're
Why
driving.
not? Why
Are
not?
you out of the car
Well-
or in the car?
I was in the car, but like I was seeing it
You
go
know,
down.
that doesn't change anything. You would have been looking at that sunset regardless of.
I was in a pretty happy place while looking at it.
Okay.
Bro, I legit looked at it so much. I was like, oh, I should probably focus on driving right now.
For everyone wondering what we're talking about,
Yeah,
a few podcasts
true.
ago, we talked about should we have measurable goals? For example, Tremaine was like, I want to watch the sunset more. And I was like, sunset or sunrise? And I said, no, Tremaine, you must make it measurable. Like, do it 4 times a week or something. And he disagreed.
Yeah, I still disagree, but we'll get
Okay.
with time.
Okay,
Maybe I'll
Yeah,
change.
We'll get to it.
I don't know.
What were you saying though, Levi?
Yeah, you go, Levi.
Okay. Oh no, I'm gonna say I want to eat some more fruit. You know, because I feel that's an easy,
Yep.
easy at the moment. And I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not gonna make a hard goal to say I can't like eat, eat a biscuit or eat an ice cream. You know,
Yeah.
we're still like, and when you're so social with people, you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
But so maybe like eat two fruits a day.
Okay.
Two fruits a day.
What's the
Yeah.
go-to in the De Jong household for fruit?
Definitely apples. Apples.
You're
yeah.
a Granny Smith apple. Eh?
I would like a Granny Smith apples. Mum normally buys the red apples.
True.
But yeah, maybe during the red apples are more reliable. Like you normally have.
I love how there's like a real art to this.
more better red apples than green
Yeah.
apples. If you're going green, it's risky. It's
Really?
risky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you want to make sure it's in the fridge. It's not got too many bruises
Will it
around
be soft?
You
Well,
put
could-
you
oh, it
put,
could be.
do you put your apples in the fridge?
Oh, got to.
Makes it so much
No.
better.
I'm straight in the fruit bowl.
No.
Just- I've never seen an apple in the fridge in my house.
But it makes more
Never.
crunchy. It makes more crunchy.
Nah, like my
We typically keep it in the fruit bowl as well, but it's so much better in the fridge.
Yeah. Even in,
Okay.
I was gonna say even in the freezer, but no, it's just joking. No.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jermaine,
interesting.
okay.
Yep.
Do you have any
Well, like I've been saying on this podcast, I have tried recently for the last month to set some new routines in place.
Yeah.
So what I do, and I don't know if it's that healthy, I don't have like food for breakfast. I have like a smoothie kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I get a banana, I get some low-fat milk. I
Okay.
changed to low-fat milk like a few
Yeah.
days ago. I was like, oh, maybe it's better.
Yeah.
Some oats and some peanut butter.
Okay.
Blend it up, and then I have like just 2 glasses of that. So I've been doing that for the last 3 weeks.
Well, you do have food. Like,
Pardon?
that's
For
food.
lunch.
That's food there.
Oh,
No,
well,
no,
yeah,
but blend
yes,
it up.
yeah. I blended it up. So, and did I say banana as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
You're still getting it in
so
you.
it's technically food.
You're not skipping
Yeah,
breakfast.
Yeah. I'm not skipping breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm still
Is it-
getting
I think
energy.
that's solid,
Yeah.
but-
If it's blended up, does that make it better or worse for your loose nutrients? Like, does that make any difference? I just, is
I
that,
think it's just like slightly less of a meal, more protein, like foods that I'm putting in to the blender and stuff. And then for lunch, yeah, again, like things like going to the bakery and getting some sourdough. I've heard that's better
Yeah.
for you. So I'll get sourdough and avocados, like that's quite good. And then like I try my best, but I'm not crazy about it, to just eat not fatty foods.
Yeah.
Limit McDonald's and stuff. I was saying to Ezra's sister, I had like Macca's the other day, and I legit woke up in the middle of the night and could feel like the acid like in my stomach.
Really?
I had like 3 burgers from McDonald's,
okay.
and I was like, I can never have these burgers. Never had McDonald's. Like I'm right.
And McDonald's
But,
having a salsa.
like I shouldn't be having these. So like things like that, I've been trying to limit. Yeah, not getting crazy about it, but yeah, just being probably more mindful when it comes to eating
Yeah.
and what goes into my body. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah,
I like it.
yeah, thanks.
I just wanted to add a
Yeah.
quick note. The blending of the food, I don't think that actually changes it right. But I think it's more that it's like healthy food.
I've actually
that you're
lost
getting in you.
2 to 3 kgs in that time.
That's solid.
So,
So not am I right or am I right? The blending doesn't actually do anything. You're
it's
eating
just
health-
eating less
You're
food
eating a
in
healthier
the morning.
breakfast.
A healthier breakfast and slightly less.
You probably control
I
it
usually
more as
have a lot
well.
of wheat bix and sugar on my wheat bix.
Like-
and
But if you ate those individual ingredients rather than blending them, if you just ate them whole, that wouldn't change. Right? That wouldn't change anything,
it's
right?
actually not that much I'm blending. It's really there's ice. I forgot to say ice, low carb
Yeah.
milk, a banana, peanut butter.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually not that much stuff at all.
Yeah.
But like you could say a banana is probably the heaviest item in that.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a sprinkle of oats.
But the fact that it's blended, that doesn't
Yeah,
change
yeah.
it. That doesn't
Yeah,
change
I
Well, it
don't
doesn't
think-
change. You could say all
Yeah.
those things individually, but in the past,
But why would you eat
I'd
them
have, I'd have a
individually?
poached egg. I'd have
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have sourdough and avocado for breakfast as well as lunch. You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
for me, it's like
That's
yeah.
smart. I love it.
But again,
I love
like
it.
it's like a testing thing.
I love
like
it.
if my energy levels, like you need to make sure it's like sustaining you through the day,
Yeah.
like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it?
but yeah, I think it is at the moment.
Okay.
But it's like I'm trying to fine tune it, trying to keep it realistic with my life, and just try my best.
You know what, Tremaine? I love it. I actually love it.
Thanks,
I
bro.
really
That's
respect that.
bro.
Like, yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Finding things that work for you.
Yeah. And
You know?
are you wanting to change anything, Ezra?
Look. I think when I come home, just in general, I'd rather have, just throughout the day, I'd rather have 6 biscuits rather than 7 biscuits. That kind of vibe.
Yeah,
Let's
fair
just
enough.
cut back on
Yeah.
those a little
Yeah.
bit.
That's fair enough.
How do I do that? Okay, yeah, I guess just less biscuits. That's probably my main thing. I have pretty healthy breakfast, lunch, dinner. Like having eggs
Yeah.
on toast for breakfast. Lunch will be maybe like tuna and rice.
Yeah,
That's
you're
pretty
pretty good.
healthy.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
pretty
you
good,
know?
bro. Yeah.
Maybe
You're not
some
bad.
protein pancakes.
Oh,
Is that healthy? I don't know.
Protein
Maple
pan-
syrup on top could be
Okay.
pretty unhealthy.
Okay. Yeah. Those added things,
Yeah, that's the but there's
Yeah.
banana on top, blueberries in the middle. Who knows? And then dinner is like mum always cooks up a good dinner.
Yeah.
Healthy. So I'm not bad. It's just more the treats around it, the biscuits. And
What
the
do you
treats.
think? How can you solve that issue about like going out for a social event, to Macca's, or like someone brings snacks around? Because I think it's those like social events that get me. Those social events get me.
Well,
every time.
Do you remember when you're at a party? Oh, eat party food when you're at a party.
Oh,
that was a saying.
okay.
Remember
They
I
were
said
saying.
that?
They were saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good saying.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think if you're out with people, I think enjoy the meal
Yeah.
and like get something. I mean, if you're going out every second night, then maybe don't do it.
Yes.
But my opinion would be, if I'm out at Macca's with the boys, I'm gonna get a meal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you guys
I've
think?
recently think I wouldn't go get a burger at Macca's with the boys now. Like, I actually
Oh.
went
But you
to
would
Count
go-
down across the road and got
And then come to Macca's.
and then come and see
So
everyone.
you're even making those kind of adjustments.
I heard a saying. I sent it to Ezra this week, and it was saying, when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. So when I'm saying no to having this bad food, I'm saying yes to living a healthy
Lifestyle.
Ooh.
and
okay.
healthy thing. So it's another saying that,
Okay.
Those 2 kgs. It's the aura, man. It's the aura.
Yeah, bro,
It's
it's the aura. You don't want to fight with the aura, bro.
I guess it
Watch
is
out, man.
aura.
He's lost 2 kgs and he's got aura.
Who does this man think he is? Hey, look at this. You're actually a good lad. You're a good lad.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, no, but I also fully
I see
get
it.
where you're coming from. Like, I'm not saying like just because
Yeah.
you know that you don't want to be that guy that's like I'm not going to have this all the time and just
You're at Macca's and you get a
Yeah.
garden salad.
Oh,
No one, I mean, it's actually not horrible.
Well, it's not-
But
it's not
you
horrible,
go,
yeah.
you go to Macca's and you don't get anything. It's like, oh, like I'm trying to be healthy.
and like
I
making a
feel
big
like-
deal out of it. Like,
Yeah,
you're just like,
yeah.
oh, I'm not, and it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, Macca's isn't great, but I don't know. Get an apple pie or something at least.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do respect that. Do you agree with that, Levi? Do you think you should eat? Because you just said that you think that's what gets you is going out
Yeah,
for
I think
social
that,
events.
yeah.
I would say the social events get me. When I'm at
Yeah.
home, like I'm not too bad, but the social events, even like
Yeah.
tonight you get something, and then we'll be out on Thursday night, we'll go get Macca's again, and then
Yeah.
we're out on Saturday and we're eating pizzas and chocolate and chips and stuff as
Yeah.
well. So it's little
Yeah,
things
it's hard.
again,
Yeah.
those kind of stuff, and you want to be social and
Yeah.
you want to bring something as well to contribute to
Yeah.
going over to someone's house. But then it becomes a habit, you know what I mean? So I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone's mic is, I think it's maybe Levi's.
Yeah, we might have.
That's right. Yeah, it's gone.
Oh, it's blinking? It's blinking,
Ah,
yeah.
okay. So you guys share a mic.
What's it on? Sorry, viewers. We're just...
Yeah, just some
Gosh dang it, we're in charge of
bit,
mics.
bit of a technical difficulty. But yeah, I'd probably wrap it up there, eh? Yeah. That was,
Yeah, that's a goodie. Short and sweet. Leave them
Yeah.
wanting more, you know?
Yes.
Well, should we do it, eh?
Yeah, let's send it.
Thanks for listening
to another episode of the Vanilla Podcast.